is Chloe Safe Victor Rule. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTubes. And this is a special episode. This is the ranking of my top eyeshadow palettes for 2023. It'll include stuff I've gotten in PR as gifts that I've purchased and that are part of my ice cream boxes. I only did ones that should be of just because I've gotten a few different sets of gifts from like Wilma and other people. So some of them included older things that were new to me, but they still weren't out in 2023. So I think everything here should be just 2023 releases. So that's all I wanted to do. And these were all the things that were, again, that I purchased were part of ice cream, which was extra money purchase, and gifts that were 2023 related. They were things that I have in stock and that I've used. There's a few things I've gotten in December, but they're not going to, of course, they're not here. So they would have to be either included, probably just in a quarterly special, but I doubt would make it into 2024. If that makes sense. But anyways, here we are. And then I want to say there are 30. There's, I think, one, maybe two that I'm doing as a set. And yes. And then also wanted to say, I love all these palettes. I have to rank them. I have to put them in an order to make it, the top palettes. I could go through just what I bought, what I was gifted, whatever, through 2023, but I thought I would do it kind of, I think, in an order. Some things will be a little, and I try and talk about it as I go through the thing. Some maybe because I haven't used them as much as I had as I wanted to, or there are color stories that I normally don't use as often, but I ended up loving, but they wouldn't be used as often as other ones that may go a little bit higher. Things like that, but I do like all of these palettes. If I didn't, they would have made in the last declutter, some of them, because again, and then, or they would be in a clutter next year and you will see. But I think so far I'm quite happy with all of these. Oh, and then there's some that will be from a contest. I think one or two maybe from a contest wins as well. But like I said, I tried to keep it to releases that, as far as I knew, were 2023. If there are ones that are a little bit older, please let me know down below. But I think they're all 2023. So we're gonna go with that. And without further ado, let's do this. So if this is something you want to see, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. Okay, so here we go. Here's our list. Again, I will try and remember to say, again, if it was a purchase, if it was PR, if it was a gift. If I forget when I'm talking, when I'm editing, I will pop it on top, or I might do both. You never know. We'll have to see. But let's go. So I think I counted 30. And then again, I'll try to keep a number tally as well. But so I was just playing with these things a lot over the last few days. So I think it was 30. So let's go. So I will also pop on some glasses here, and then we can, these are a little dirty. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. That's the one thing about glasses. You just look at them sideways and they get dirty. And if you like this look, this was my New Year's Eve look, which should already be up on my channel. Okay, here we go. So at number 30, this is one that I got in an ice cream box. And this is the Ethereal palette by Okalon. It's an 18 color shadow palette. It is really, really lovely. This is a dupe for a Huda Beauty one because it had the, and I was recently gifted another Okalon palette, completely different color story, but I think it was also a dupe because it has the weird jelly shade. As you can tell, it doesn't look like that weird jelly shade that kind of went viral with Huda, because once you mix it and you disperse the little bubbles that are in the kind of gel, it turns into this pinkish shade. So this is a super good palette for a basically a drugstore pricing brand. It is a cheaper brand. The quality was really good. I really, really like this. It's just a little bit more neutral for me, and there are a lot of lighter neutrals. But like I said, I've enjoyed this palette. I will probably use it again for sure, especially if I want to do a neutral look. but because this is normally not a color story that I would gravitate to, and I probably wouldn't have bought it had I, had a choice to pick it. That is probably why I have it at number 30, but again, it's a very good palette. Again, I like everything that's in here. Next up, now this is from one of my favorite brands. And again, like I was saying, this is just either things I've not used as much, maybe lower down or color story or something, but this is one of my favorite brands. But this didn't score as high as some of the other things. And this one I bought as in an ice cream bag. I normally get the box, but because I wanted this palette so bad, like I said, I love all the palettes on this list. So please, I hope nobody gets upset. But this is from Gourmand Girls. It is the Cirrus Soto and Gourmand Girls Warriors Wear Pink. This is a really lovely palette. The quality is the amazing Gourmand Girls, that the money went to cancer charities, and I believe I think it was the cancer charity through ice cream, but through Gourmand Girls it went through maybe to Serena Soto. I remember reading about it, but my brain doesn't, certain stuff my brain just doesn't keep. So there we go. We'll look at this, and it is very beautiful. My only critique is for Warriors Wear Pink, it's not that pink. There were definitely some changes. A friend of mine and I rebuilt this palette together. But again, it's the beautiful Gourmand Girl formula. Of course, Susie I know Susie, and a shade named after her, and it's a pretty little palette. I've only used it a couple times. The red is really beautiful in here called Life. Gourmand Girls does beautiful reds, fantastic blacks. What's really nice about this one, it does, even though it's a shiny white, it does have a white, it has a black. It's a nice mix of shades. It's got a blending shade. It was just for the theme. I felt like it could be pinker, a little bit different. A few shades could definitely have been changed out, but I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I splurged on it. And like I said, it's the amazing Gourmand Girl quality. It's just not the color story that I expected, that I would have picked to go for a Warriors Wear Pink, but it is a lovely palette. So that would be technically number 29. So now for 28, and hopefully I don't forget where I am eventually. So this is the Hearth palette, and this is by Chanteco Beauty, and this I got in an ice cream box as well. But this is a brand new release. I've only used it one time when I did the unboxing, so that's kind of part of the reason why it's a little farther down. I didn't have a chance to play with it as much as I've had the other ones, but the color story is lovely. It's got greens, this mustardy shade I love. It's not the perfect color story, but I really do like it. The quality is really nice. From Chanteco, I've only ever gotten some of the single, like multi-chrome, duochrome type shades, which I really, really enjoyed, but it was really, really nice to try a palette from them, to try some mattes and some shimmers, and the theme is amazing, Hearth. So for the season, because I believe this was the December box. Like, I've only used it once, so that's why this one is sitting a little bit lower on the bottom. It is a nice color story, and the quality is really good. I really did enjoy playing with this one, and I hope to play with it some more. So here's another one. This one I won in a contest via Viva You're Pretty, and it is the Lily Munster palette, and this is from Glam Goth Beauty. I love this color. I love the theme. I really do like this palette. Again, I like every palette in this pile. I wouldn't keep, I like to keep positivity, so I wouldn't keep anything that I hated or it was really negative about. I wouldn't put that into a top for 2023. I love this color story. Again, I've only had to just use it once. October through December, so much stuff came through to me, again, via gift, via contest, via naughty purchases, my ice cream box. So I do want to play with this some more. This is really beautiful. It is more of a I would call this a pastel goth palette. I really like it. I've missed my goth days, so I'm kind of getting a little bit back more into that kind of aesthetic, mixing that in with my pinup. I really do like this. The quality was lovely. I got a fun look with this. It would probably rate higher had I had a more chance to play with it. or the color story was the dream color story from top to bottom, but it is really lovely. I was so excited to win it. I was so excited to try this brand. So there we go, 27. So see, I'm already starting to lose count. So now at 26, this was given to me as a gift. I've just kept the whole box together for now because there's 2 pieces in it. This is the Oh Honey 2 by Sugar Pill. I've gotten, this came with a broken shade. So my friend, they sent her a replacement. So she gave like a complete replacement, not just a shade or the palette. So she sent me the beautiful Oh Honey gloss that came with, and this palette. I really like this palette. Sugar Pill is great. I used to have quite a few singles. I may have 1 or 2 old ones kicking around, but this is the first palette I've ever got from them. Unfortunately, the black came crushed, and I just dropped it again a few minutes ago. So this poor shade is through the ringer. So let me just pop that back in so you can see it. It's this black with gold. These pants need to be washed anyways. So yeah, so this one is taking a bit of a hit. It's got a blush, and then it's got these 6 shades. It's a cute color story. I'm happy to have it. I love the blush. Funnily enough, that is the best part of this palette, is the blush. But because the black breaks, it keeps getting all over the place. It's very crumbly. That's kind of one of the reasons why it's a little farther down. But I do love that this is an amazing color story for such a little palette. But it's kind of more this blush, which is I know, an eyeshadow thing, but here we are. Yeah, if this wouldn't be such a crumbly, breaky shade, this probably would have rated a little bit higher, but it's a little bit hard to use because it is a bit crumbly, and you can see it just leaves a mess everywhere. But I am so happy to have it, so grateful to have it, and thank you again, Martha. And this beautiful gloss here is just really, really pretty too. So that has nothing to do with eyeshadow palettes, but since we're here. Oh, and it smells so good. It smells like a fruity candy, like a Fruit Loops. That's what it smells like. It smells like Fruit Loops. So there we go. So now my matte lipstick is a shimmery lipstick. So there we go. That is number 26. So at number 25, this is a palette that the video will also be up by the time you see it. And this is by Rebel Rouge Labs. I love this thing to pieces, but I've only used it once. So it is going, so it's a little bit lower than it may possibly go in the future. But this is an amazing one. It's Bitch and Hues for Rebels Who Come and Go. The Karma Chameleon palette by Rebel Rouge Labs. And it's literally 2 days ago was the first time I tried this palette. So that is why it is a little bit lower down. But the color story and the theme, it is so great. Look at this. I bought this actually more for the theme. I was an 80s teen. The 80s music, the 80s vibe is still my favorite vibe of all time. And it's got some of my favorite things. So we've got like Take On Me, Valley Girl, which is one of my top favorite movies of all times. I've seen it probably at least 100 times. Mr. Roboto, Rock Lobster, my favorite B-52s. Purple Rain, I was a huge Prince fan. It's beautiful. I haven't had a chance to play with the glitters at all, really. They are a firmer glitter, so they will need a glitter glue, but I did do a look with it. I enjoyed it, but because I've only used it once, I just got it. It's a little bit farther down, and this is my first dip into Rebel Rouge Labs, and I like it. I also borrowed another product, so if you've watched the video, you'll see what it is and the look we created. So that was number 25, I hope. So now we're on to number 24. This was part of a birthday gift. I got the full collection. I was so excited. And this is right here. This is the Emerald City palette, and this is by Rising Star MUA. I love this so much. I think the only reason why it's a little bit farther down is it's a rainbow palette. It's limited in what you can do with it, but I still love it. I had to have it. I had to have it really for the highlighters, the collect. But when my friend asked me what I wanted, I was saying, if you just want to get me the highlighters or just the palette, that's great. But here's the link, and he got me the full collection. So it was the mirror, the lip scrub, highlighter, palette, this, and I can't remember if there was a blush. My memory is the worst, but I do love this. This is their only release so far that I know of. They haven't done anything else yet. The quality is really good. I did some fun looks with it. This definitely actually would go well with the Rebel Rouge for more of an 80s inspired look. But yeah, I love this. I hope to see more by Rising Star. So there we go. I believe that is 24. So now we're going to go up to 23. And then this was another one I got as a gift. I got the summer, was it the small? Oh no, the large mystery box from Wilma. She got it. It ended up not being quite her color story. And lucky me, I got it. I'm such a spoiled brat. Anyways, this is the Get Groovy palette. This is from Unearthly Cosmetics, and it is gorgeous. Now let me see. What does it says here? Oh, there we go. Just some of the names. Radical, Peace Out, Groovy, and Stellar. So anyways, here it is. It is the Get Groovy palette. I absolutely adore Unearthly Cosmetics. The only reason why this one might be slightly smaller, slightly lower down, again, it is a rainbow palette. The color story isn't anything original, but the quality is A+++. I really loved the look I did with the couple. I think I did a couple looks with this. I really love it. This quad here is the perfect quad. I would have just been happy with that. This is really nice. I enjoy it. I love Unearthly, but again, it's just not an original color story. So I think that is the only reason why it's a little bit farther down, but it is fantastic and the artwork is always great. And this is not the only Unearthly thing that we've got. So that was a 23. Okay, so let me put these down and grab another pile. Now this is where it's going to get harder because I loved all the palettes so far, but these are just palettes that are upping the game. So now at number 22, it is again Gourmand Girls, and this is the Nightshade palette. This was the one that I thought was our Halloween release. I grabbed it. It ended up not being our Halloween release. But out of the two, this is the one. I'm glad that I ended up getting this one. Had I waited going, oh no, there's going to be a better Halloween one, I may have possibly missed out, but there is this here. This is a beautiful color story. I love the purples, the greens, the yellow. The quality is amazing as always. Again, the perfect black. The yellows go on lovely. The shimmer is... I love it. It is just at this point, there is a lot of tough competition, and this is why this would be sitting at like a number 22. So there we go, the Gourmand Girls Nightshade palette. Okay, so now for number 20, we've got Wicked Widow Graveyard Smash. This was another one that was in an ice cream, and I believe October, November, maybe this was I think this was the Halloween one, but here we go. This is the Graveyard Smash Wicked Widow. I've been watching this brand for a while, looking at their releases. It's been on my list, so I was super excited that this was in there. So at number 21, there we go. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful color story. The quality is really good. We're going to be getting into a whack of Halloween and wintry themed things coming up. The only reason why it's sitting at 21 is there is a lot of competition, and I've only had a chance to use this one, but I do like the color story. I do like the quality, and I have a video up with the ice cream box. So if you were wanting to try Wicked Widow, I can say they're excellent. Give them a go. So now at number 20, this is another brand that I'm really, really loving. So this is Beauty Moon Cosmetics, and this is the Visage palette. This might be the second palette I maybe got. This is from the ice cream box. I think we've got a few ice cream ones in a row here. So this is the Visage Beauty Moon Cosmetics X Ice Cream Beauty. Wait till you see this. This is absolutely beautiful. This is a brand from the UK. The owner, Tori, is really, really sweet, very kind, very supportive. She will respond if you use her products. And even if you're doing a look that she likes without using her products, she will always give a like or a comment. She's very, very sweet. This is lovely. This was my first play with them. I really, really like this a lot. This shade here, is it Countenance? is fantastic. I love this so much. So that is number 20. But again, there's so much competition coming up, but I really do like this a lot. So now at number 19, here we are again with Gourmand Girls X Cosmic Peaches, and this was with the ice cream box. This is the virtual palette. They released 2 palettes at the same time, a bright shiny one and a grungy one. I was hoping for this one, and this was the one I got, so I was very excited. I love this so much. Wait till you see it. Look at this. It did come with a broken shade glitch, but it nicely pressed back really easy. This is again another rainbowy one, but it has a very nice 80s vibe. The pastels are nice. I really love it. I love Cosmic Peaches. Daniela is lovely. And I love this color story. And then Christina for Gourmand Girls. This is just a beautiful palette. So number 19, there we go. Now for number 18, this is another ice cream box. This is the Mermaid Scales Cosmetics X Ice Cream Beauty Mermaid Tails. Wait till you see this color story. It is so pretty. So pretty. Look at this. This green is so dreamy. That green is dreamy. This is just such a beautiful palette. I like this one so much. So at number 18 is the Mermaid Scales Cosmetics Esque Ice Cream Beauty. Cover art is really beautiful too. And it has the inside, gives a nice mermaidy theme too. So now at number 17, we have got Nomad Cosmetics, and this is Ghost Town, USA. And this was their Halloween offering this year. So there we go at number 17. Oh, look at that. So beautiful. It's dusty greens, the metal shit is like silver, bronze, gold. Like this is so beautiful. The packaging is fantastic as always. Nicely environmentally friendly. I love Nomad's quality. Might have gone a little higher up, but I haven't used this one as much as I wanted to. But there we go. Nope, 17. There we go. So now we're going to shade 16. And wow, we're on a Gourmand Girls roll. So this is Secret Grove Gourmand Girls X Ice Cream Beauty. This one is so beautiful. I really like this one a lot too. But again, it's competition with color stories at the moment. That's why this one's probably a little lower than I probably would have normally put it at, but these greens are just absolutely stunning. This is a lovely palette. Again, amazing Gourmand Girl quality. Cannot go wrong. Now at number 15, now this one, again, I've been really loving Beauty Moon Cosmetics. This is their 6 Feet Under palette. This one I got in their Halloween mystery bag. When they do mystery boxes, a lot of times they have like the Christmas one had their newest release. Oh, that Christmas one is so pretty. And they're going to be in the January ice cream box, spoiler alert. So there we go. This is the 6 Feet Under, and look at this. This is so beautiful. I love it. And that silver. This is absolutely stunning. Okay, so now for number 14, it's going to be 2-in-1. It came from the same collection. It was a way bigger collection, but because I was supposed to be in a no buy, but I wanted to try it, so I didn't buy everything. So I just bought a couple little things. So then the 2 palettes that I got, it is from Prada's Beauty, and it's the Lauren Good Day. And it is these cute little palettes. I love these so much. So we've got this one here. This is, dropping things. This is the Plant Medicine. So this is the greeny one here. Hi, honey. Hi. Yes. You okay? Yeah? Okay. So this is Plant Medicine. This is beautiful. This was the one I really wanted, but then I thought I'd add one more, and that one ended up being the one that I liked the best. I love them both, but this is Healing Water, and this one, wait till you see. blues. And kind of loving the blues lately, even though the ones on my eyes are just loners. But this is the Healing Waters. This is so beautiful. I really loving Prado's Beauty. They're becoming one of my favorite brands, and I really enjoyed this. So these two came in at number 14. So now at number 13, we've got a couple here that I got as, I believe both of these I got in... Oh, no, one I got is PR and one I got in an ice cream box. Okay, so this one here is Saint Angel Sinners. This is Darcy's brand, and this is the Be the Gift palette. I want to say that this one might be in the Slay Glam box, or they had it in the Slay Glam box. Again, it's not a steel trap. Nope, not at all. I really love this palette. Wait till you see the color story. So at number 13, Be the Gift. She knows how to do color stories. You're always, sometimes you look at them and you're like, I don't know. But then you start using them and you're like, I get it. So there we go. Number 13 is Be the Gift. And then we've got at number 12, this is, again, St. Angel Sinners, and this is from the ice cream box, and it's the Friendsgiving palette. And this is the one that came in November for US Thanksgiving. Canada had Thanksgiving first. We created it, and it's in October. Thank you. And it says here, a true friend accepts you for who you are and helps you become who you want to be. And that is the Friendsgiving palette. The little bunnies. So cute. I just love. So at number 12, 14, 13, 12, here we go, the Friendsgiving, and look at this. It was hard, like Be the Gift in this one. I was kind of going back and forth, but this time I decided, I think because of subject matter, plus the color story, I popped a color story that is, this one is usually, I would say, more my color story, but there was just something about the Friendsgiving palette that I really liked. So there we go, number 12. And now we are getting into the nitty gritty here. And like I said, I love all these palettes. There's pluses to every single one of these. It's just, I had to make an order. Had to put them somewhere. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go into our last ones here. Okay, so now at number 11, this is from Melt. This is the Christmas Town palette. So they did two releases. The first one was the Halloween Town, and then everybody got mad because they released a second one that was Christmas Town. But hey, they did one for Halloween and one for Christmas, technically, because Nightmare Before Christmas is kind of Halloween/Christmas movie. I did own the Halloween Town, and it was terrible, and I returned it. I have returned to Sephora 2 things in my entire life. One was the Lock-It foundation, the powder one from, at the time it was Kat Von D. It was terrible. And the Melt Halloween one. The purple just kept disappearing. But this one is great. So I bought actually the whole collection, but this is the palette. The shape is kind of fun. Normally I'm not into wacky shapes, but this is going to just stay in the bag with the rest of the collection. And here is the beautiful color story. And plus the Halloween Town color story wasn't too much different, just kind of in the tones, but I think it was basically kind of the same shades. But here, these purples at least stay on your eyes. So there's that. So I've heard from a lot of people that Melt is hit or miss, that they're either really good or really bad. I did a lot of research on all the other palettes that I bought in the past, and all the ones I had bought were good, but there were a few of the ones that people didn't like at all, like the Millennial Pinks, I never got. So I never had that experience until the Halloween Town. But this one, the quality is really good. I enjoyed it. So we have that one here. So there we go at number 11, Christmas Town by Melt Cosmetics. So at number 10, we have from Glamlight. So this year was the first year I put my toes into the Glamlight pool. And this is the Never Sleep Again Nightmare on Elm Street palette Freddy Krueger. I think that was the last release that was done from their horror this year. And look at that color story. Between this and the other one, I kind of got the Chucky palette that I didn't get in these palettes. I think they're all, the colors aren't the same, but they're all pretty much collectible. So there we go. At number 10, the Nightmare on Elm Street. Hi, yes, where are you? Hi, I don't think anybody can see you. Oh, maybe they can see you a little bit. There you are. There she is. Hi. All right, so at number 9, this is another brand that I dipped my toes into this year, and this is Cosmic Brushes, and this is the Gothic palette. It is a 12 shade palette. My kitty is on fire. She's hungry, but she's not eating anything that I give her. We've gone through all the food in all the pet stores. Yes, and Mom is holding tight because you got to eat something out of one of the 80 bowls in the house. Yes, that's what I said. You're going to have to pick something. Tough love. Okay, so at number 9, again, this is the Gothic palette by Cosmic Brushes. This is their Halloween palette. Normally all their palettes are 20 pans. They're all the same size. This one is slightly smaller than normal. And I think it's because they were kind of dipping into something that was actually kind of themey, I guess. So there we go. This is absolutely beautiful. The quality is amazing. They always have 1 or 2 shades in every palette that they're mattes that kind of has a glowy feel to it. This one has several. The shade Supreme and the shade Immortal both have this nice almost kind of glow when you blend them on your eyes. Their quality is absolutely amazing. I love it. Alrighty, now we go to number 8. This is another one where I was waiting to get something from Glamlight. This was the first purchase I did, and I was waiting for collections, and if you watch my video, you will know I bought this one mistake. This was supposed to be the Friday the 13th, but it ended up being a happy mistake. And for number 8 is the Glamlight Ghost Face Lives 15 color palette. This is so good, and wait till you see this color story. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. The quality is absolutely amazing. I can see why everybody has gone over the last few years. The Glamlight, in the beginning when they did stuff like the pizza palette and the cake baking thing or whatever, that was really not my jam. But once I started doing some of this, like the Friday the 13th, the Freddy Krueger, the Ghost Face, this is like, I'm into that. And I did get for really cheap the Martini palette because greens. So yeah, I've been converted. So that is number 8, the Ghost Face Lives. So now at number 7, we are back into still into Glamlight, and this is the Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger palette. And then when you see this one, so basically the top 7 were kind of really hard to put into an order because this color story is me. This is probably one of my favorite color stories I've got this year. The quality is amazing. It is me in a palette. Yeah, that's pretty much, if there's one palette I'm gonna get, that's gonna be me. Grungy greens. I love it. Even though, like I said, I've been really getting to blues and into some purples, but this screams me so much. So at number 7, we've got this one. So now we're going to get into some stunning palettes, and I think my top 2 may surprise you. So at number 6, again, we were talking about dipping my toes in. This is the Winter Wonderland palette from Cosmic Brushes, and this is their normal size. Their 20 pan comes always in these beautiful sleeves that match the inside. Again, their blendability, their quality is amazing. And this was the one that, it was a toss between this and the P. Louise blue one that was in their December box. This. And I picked this one instead because it was a bit more affordable. I love the quality. Didn't want to miss out on this one. But could be my miss for 2023 that I'm sad about. But this is, look at it. beautiful putty formula shimmers, this color story, and this blue called Fresh Air and the shade called Blanket. These two just, again, they've got this ethereal, beautiful, just so beautiful. I love these so much. Yeah. So number 6 is Winter Wonderland by Cosmic Brushes. Yeah, so now at number 5, this is, and I believe this came out this year, so this is one of the ones where I wasn't 100% sure, but I believe it did. This is the Nomad Royal Europe. It was on my list, I wanted it, and then they had a big sale for, I want to say near Halloween. Yeah, I think it was near Halloween. And look at this, it's like, it's hard plastic, but it's tactile. They look like real jewels. And wait till you see this color story. And these shimmers, like, it is so beautiful. The packaging, this is just like the whole meal deal. You've got your beautiful shades, including one here that's kind of like a duochrome shade. Or a couple, I think there were 2 or 3 in here. But anyways, this is so beautiful. I like this so much. So at number 5, the Nomad Royal Europe. Then at number 4 is, this is pretty new. This is the Artitude Cosmetics Abscission Pressed Pigment Palette. This is another brand that I dipped into this year. I got for my birthday, I got one of their palettes, and yeah, so I had to have this when it came out. But look at this. And then I also got another one of their older palettes because I did their Halloween mystery box. But this is so beautiful. I've done so many looks with this palette. Look at this color story. It also screams me, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it kind of could be the theme. But this is so beautiful. It does remind me a little bit of one of the Lowest Cosmetics palettes. But this is so beautiful. Again, some more amazing quality. Rooks has, yeah, she's got it down. Whatever lab she uses to mix her formula, this is amazing. I love it. So that was number 4. Now at number 3, this one is probably could possibly be my favorite palette from Unearthly Cosmetics, and this is the Dead of Night palette. They are one of my favorite brands. I have so many of their palettes. I've missed a few. It is pricey to get it here, unfortunately, and their shipping isn't always the best price-wise. But I jumped in on a friend's order, and it was on sale, so I got a bit of a discount because I was kind of mad that I didn't get this for myself, and wait till you see it. This is also a perfect color story. It is also a very me, and it's got some greens in there, but I've been like loving purple. So, and then the quality is, again, so beautiful. And this packaging, this came in its own separate magnetic box. Like, it was just absolutely beautiful. I should have a video up on this. The eye look turned out so amazing. One of my favorite eye looks. Same thing too, the shade Misty here has a nice kind of ethereal look to it. This is a beautiful palette. So number 3, Unearthly Cosmetics. So we are on the last 2, and I think they may surprise you. So at number 2 is a brand that is becoming one of my favorite brands. They were tied at number 14, and at number 2, it is the Sagrado palette by Prados. I haven't had this for a long time, but I've used it so much. Besides filming a look on the brand, I've been on days off or whatever, days where I'm not filming, I've been loving this. I am generally, if you look at what I've posted on my channel, I am normally not a neutral person at all. I don't mind occasionally a neutral look, and there's some neutral palettes that are really nice, but generally I have a couple, but I wouldn't out of my way go and get a neutral palette. But there was something about this, when it went on sale, I was like, okay, let's do this, buy this and a few other things because it was 50% off. Now, and I like those little palettes, but now knowing that the quality in the big palette and the little palettes are so amazing. This is a brand that, yeah, if it's full price, I would pay for it. And look at this. I say this is a neutral palette for people who don't like neutrals because you can make the most beautiful, which I did, most beautiful, smoky, shiny gray look. I did a neutral look with this. I've done a red, I've done a purple, I've done a bronzy look. Like I've used almost every, I think I've used almost every shade in this palette. There's one or two that I haven't used, but I have definitely dipped my finger into the majority of these. The blendability is absolutely freaking insane. They feel like butter. They blend like butter. And then something about this color story. I don't know. I gravitated to this. I did when it came out, but then my head was going, oh, it's so neutral. And then before they had the big sale, this was the collection that was on sale. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. We love those little palettes. We love the blusher and some other things that I bought previous. So I said, let's do it. And yes, number one, number two, I kind of waffled back and forth, but when you see number one, you'll see why. But here we go. This is beautiful. So at number one, this one I got in PR. I got from Darcy at St. Angel Sinners. She knew that I was eyeing this one and trying to be good at a no buy, and she sent me the Secret Sinner Society. Now, 9-pan palettes are my kind of sweet spot. I usually find that 9-pan palettes will cover everything. 12 is perfect, almost always perfect. Like, and then like cosmic brushes are 20s are nice, but usually like a 9-pan palette you can do pretty good. But Darcy does some amazing 6-pan palettes. I own quite a few of them now. And this one is no different. And wait till you see inside. I've done quite a few looks with this video. I've done a video, and then I've done looks on Instagram, and I did this for Boxing Day. Like, look, how beautiful is this? Her blacks are fantastic. She's another brand that does amazing blacks. Like her and Gourmand Girls, their blacks are sugar pill too. Really, really good. Like, I think people always talk about purples being hard to formulate, neons being hard to formulate. To get a good black, I think that's pretty hard, but this is perfect. I can get a beautiful black smoky look with a little bit of purple. The black and the red are my favorite combo with this to blend out. Again, you can do a purpley one. You can even do a little bit more of a neutral look. Like for a 6-pan palette, this does so much. So this is my number one palette, and that is the St. Angel Sinners Secret Sinner Society. So editing me. So the lights, I have my shooting lights down at the moment, but I was just going to be putting my makeup away, and then I just noticed, because I was moving things around, the number one was supposed to be a tie, and it was with the same brand, St. Angel Sinner. So I'm going to pop this in. This is a Fairy Tale by St. Angel Sinners. It was the collab with Fairy Light. This is another palette that I used so much this year. I got it in PR, and it is this color story here. Look at it. It is so beautiful. I love it. These beautiful greens, these lovely pinks. I just felt like something was missing and something was weird with my count. And then I went to the table and was like, damn it, woman, you forgot to grab this one too. So I just wanted to pop it in there. So along with the Secret Sinner Society, we've got a tie here with St. Angel Sinners. So they're tying themselves with their Fairy Light palette. So there we go. On to the video. So there we go. That is my top 30 palettes. What do you think? Do you own any of these? Have you coveted any of these? Do you hate any of these? Let me know. What do you think of my order? Should some have been higher? Some have been lower? What would you have done? I'm very curious. I'm going to watch everybody else's top list and see what they have. So if you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends, and we can still judge eyeshadow palettes together. As always, behave, make good choices, and I hope you had an amazing Christmas, New Year's, and 2024 is going to give you everything you want. All right, bye-bye.